Welcome! This is CELIStial Art and we're here today to show you how to make your gnome kit. You can go to celestialart.com, browse the gnome collection and find your favorite one, who will become your friend. If you want to hear Gnome's full story, click here. Let's open your magic box and see what you can find. Inside your magic box, you're going to find 2 gnome bodies, 2 gnome heads, 2 gnome arms, 2 hats, 2 scarves, 2 charms, 4 gnome hands, 2 hanging loops, 2 coordinated ribbons, coordinated thread, 1 sewing needle, 1 threading needle, which is the big one with a big eye, 2 pins, and 1 set of instructions. Before you start, let's gather all the crafting essentials that you need that are not included in your gnome kit. You will need glue gun, glue sticks, and very important, fingertip protectors so you don't get burned with a hot glue. Pliers, scissors, white, black, pink, and red acrylic paint, and fine brushes. Or if you prefer, black and red ultra-fine tipped Sharpies. Turn on the glue gun and have it resting on a ceramic plate or a silicone mat to prevent it from dripping on your crafting surface. Now we're going to glue the gnome's head. Put a drop of glue on the top tip of the gnome's body. With the head bead hole towards the glue, press the bead onto the glue and let it sit for a few seconds. Now we're going to paint the gnome's face. First, we're going to paint the eyes. If you're using Sharpies, you can just follow the same steps. Use the white paint to draw 2 circles of about 3/32 inches wide. The circle should be drawn just above the middle of the head and about 1/8 of an inch apart. Let it dry for a few minutes. These circles are going to be the base for the eyes. While the white paint is drying, we're going to make gnome's cheeks. Use the pink paint to draw 2 circles of about the same size as the white circles. Paint the circles just below the white circles and just on the outside of the white circles. These circles are the cheeks. use the red paint to draw a nice smile between the cheeks. By now, the white paint is probably dry, so now let's use the black paint to finish the eyes. With the black paint, draw curvy small lines above the eyes to make the eyebrows. If you want your gnome to look a little naughty, you can draw the lines in a V shape. If you want him to be nice and friendly, draw them in an A shape. Draw a smaller circle inside the white circles. The black circle must be touching the bottom of the white circle. Otherwise, the eyes won't look nice. Now let's assemble the gnome's hat. Take the felt rectangle and wrap it around a pencil or a stick from your yard. Make sure that the longest part of the rectangle, which is marked with a pin, is parallel to the pencil. Thread the needle with one strand of the embroidery thread that matches the color of the hat you're assembling. Tie a knot at one end of the thread so the needle is single threaded. Starting at one end of the hat, using the pencil as support, stitch a seam until you reach the other end of the hat. take the hat off the pencil and voila, you have the hat. Now we're going to glue Gnome's arms. Take the pipe cleaner and bend it in half. And then spread it apart. Where you bent the pipe cleaner, place a drop of glue. Press the pipe cleaner towards the back of the gnome where the head meets the body. Let it set for a few seconds to dry. Next, we're going to glue Gnome's scarf. Knot the scarf around the gnome's head, leaving one end longer than the other. Place a drop of hot glue under the end of the scarf that points down and as close as possible to the knot. Press towards the body of the gnome. Now, let's place a drop of hot glue on top of the scarf's knot. Press the other end of the scarf towards the glue on the scarf's knot. Now we need to attach the gnome's hat. Slide the hat on gnome's head to test how it fits. It should fit fairly loose. If it's too tight, use your fingers to stretch it a little bit, but be careful not to stretch it too much. Place a drop of glue inside the back of the hat. Press the hat against the back of gnome's head where the pipe cleaner meets the head and let it sit for a few seconds. Bend the hat backwards and place one small drop of the glue inside the hat on each side. Quickly slide the hat over the head into position. Now let's finish the gnome's arms. Select which arm you want your gnome to carry his charm. Slide the shape bead into the pipe cleaner. Put a tiny drop of glue at the end of the pipe cleaner and slide the small bead to make the hand. Repeat the process for the other arm. Use the pliers to cut the pipe cleaner as needed. Now let's finish the gnome's hat. Pick up your needle and thread and knot both ends together so you have a double threaded needle. Using about 1/8 of an inch stitches, stitch all around the cylinder at about 1/2 inch from the end. Once you have gone all around, pull the thread to gather the felt. Then, wrap the thread twice around the gather, knot it, and cut the thread. Use the colored ribbon to tie a knot around the gather to cover the thread. Trim the ends of the ribbon as needed. Finally, we're going to add the hanging loop. Thread the hanging loop through the threading needle. That's the needle that is large with a big eye. Leave the knotted side longer. Stick the needle half the way between the end of the hat that meets the head and the hat's gather, and make a small stitch of about 1/8 of an inch wide. Once you determine the right spot for the hanging loop, pull the thread through until the short end comes out the other side of the stitch. Pull the knotted end through the loop at the other end and pull through. Enjoy your wonderful gnome figurine made by you, and remember the fun and creativity you enjoy while crafting it. Gnome will be your friend forever. He's my friend too.